Welcome back, friends. It's another edition of the Stack Flesh and Blood style. This is brought to you by the Realm Gaming Network. We'll talk to you a little bit more about the Realm Gaming Network at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But I've got the one, the only, Matt Rogers is joining us to play the Stack this week. And you're looking quite dapper there, sir. What's going on in the life of Matt Rogers?
Right back at you, Flake. But yeah, thanks for inviting me on. Yeah, I mean, everything's going on in the life of Matt Rogers at the moment. Yeah, obviously we just rolled out the pop report for PCG. We're rolling out metal labels next week, which are just incredible. Well, for the Quad 10, for the Quad 10 and a few special things like some of the FAB prize cards. And then FAB Slabs on its way. I think I get a final sample of that next week as well. So it's kind of all go at the moment. And I'm on top of that trying to start some Pro Tour testing now. So yeah,
it's full throttle, I think, for Matt Rogers in the life of Flesh and Blood.
Absolutely.
And for anybody who wants to know more about what's going on in Matt Rogers, you're actually on Instant Speed 2 weeks ago or so, where you discuss all the stuff that you kind of mentioned over here. So if you want to learn more about everything that's going on in the life of Matt Rogers, you can check out Instant Speed. I think it was episode 41, if I'm not mistaken, you were on. So jump on in whenever you're ready. But are you ready to play the Stack, Matt Rogers? The rules are very simple. I'm going to read statements. You tell me, hey, that one resolves as in, yeah, I agree with you, Flake. You're such a genius. You're so smart. You're so awesome. Or it fizzles as in, yeah, I heard all the rumors about you, and they're all true. You're trash. You're garbage, Flake. We're going to move on from that.
I'm just going to resolve every question now, Blake. Like, I got to show how I really feel, you know?
You're so nice. It's just, oh, damn it. Okay. Well, I will try to make that not such. But are you ready to play the Stack, Matt?
I'm ready. All
right.
Let's go.
After Prism, the next hero to hit Living Legend hasn't been printed yet.
Fizzles. I think there are still a lot of heroes that are very close and those heroes in particular are probably gonna be pretty powerful next meta. So I feel like LSS are probably, being a little bit more careful after Starvo, etc. So I don't think they're gonna print just dominating broken heroes.
That's the kind of the thing that I was thinking about. I'm like, is there another Starvo around the corner?
Hope not.
Next one. There are too many scheduled tournament events between ProQuests and Skirmish Season and RTNs. We need a break sometimes.
Absolutely not. Fizzles. I think that there's different events for different people. I think if you're trying to just grind every single event, then yeah, you're gonna burn yourself out. If that's what you want to do, cool. But if not, you should probably be grinding the ones that suit you better. I think LSS does a great job of having different levels of series and events and stuff for different people that want different things out of the game.
I like that. You and I were discussing off camera the brilliance and the beauty of the limited format and the practice that we've been putting in. So I will say this: limited is the best format in Flesh and Blood.
Fizzles. I think there's a little bit more work to be done on limited. I haven't been a massive fan of a lot of the sets. Monarch Draft was incredible. That was one of the best formats of Flesh and Blood. But I think a lot of the other sets have kind of missed the post slightly. They're still fine. They're good fun. But personally, I prefer Classic Constructed.
All right. Here's a fun one. You of the PCG card grading service. Having graded tokens is the ultimate flex.
It absolutely is. Resolves 100%. When you attack somebody with an ice hammer and they take one, you put a whole slab in front of them. It's such a flex. Cold foil slab, boom.
I was thinking more along the lines of like a weapon or even like a Helios miter or something like that. But you're thinking, I never thought of like just swinging for one with a spectral shield that is a graded 9.5. And the fun part about it is that you could probably submit like a stack of like 500 of them to PCG and be like, look, just tell me which one the best one is. Give me the best one back. You can throw the rest in the trash.
Yeah. No. Like, I mean, obviously it can be cool to attack with big slab hammers and stuff, 9.5 and like, everything like that. But honestly, even more so than Spectra Share, when you give your opponent a slabbed Frostbite, there is no bigger flex.
I like that. I need to see that on stream somewhere at one of the major tournaments. Here's one that I'm kind of confident in one way or another, but Plunder Run will get unbanned.
Fizzles. Like maybe one day, but not in the foreseeable future. I think the reasoning for banning Plunder Run still made sense, and I can imagine with things like fire and stuff, it's just too hard to block everything, so they are going to draw a card off it. So it's just a little bit too much value, I think. I
was always thinking about a scenario where one iteration of Plunder Run, like for instance, like a red Plunder Run would get a reprint with a rewording and maybe slightly toned down, like it would be a +2 out of Arsenal, but it would be a Majestic, and there's only that one color palette for it. So I thought that might be an interesting way. It's not necessarily an unban. It's kind of like, but yeah, I think you're right. I think Plunder Run I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I think that it just kind of was not anticipating just the sheer amount of gas that the rest of the heroes might bring down the line.
Advantage. So good in card games.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Here's one. This one's from Capolo, aka Andrea Biaggi, saying there will be a Pro Tour in the Southern Hemisphere in 2023.
Absolutely resolves 100%. I need to say much more. It's just gonna happen.
So this might be. Is there some inside information here?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Okay, yeah. With that looming NDA.
Yeah, if there was inside information, I would not be allowed to say it.
Okay, so we will just take what we can. Trust in the almighty Matt Rogers, but there will be one in 2023 in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, like I'm thinking that could be South America, it could be in Africa, it could be in Australia, New Zealand. There's so many different.
Australia.
Yeah,
New
that's.
Zealand, yeah. I mean, New Zealand probably should be.
It makes sense. I feel like there's got to be something. Pro Tour specifically is what Capolo is referring to, but I mean, there's gonna be something in New Zealand at some point. I mean, it's the birthplace of the game. Like, let's be real. So,
yeah, I think if it was a Pro Tour, they would probably put it on in Australia just to have it close. But I do anticipate James doing something in New Zealand, whether it's like some sort of invitational or some sort of big prestigious event, bigger than a call-in, but maybe not a Pro Tour.
Here's one. This one might not. You might not get half of this, but you might get. You might sort of see the flavor or the angle I'm coming from. But Canada is to the USA as New Zealand is to Australia.
Yeah, absolutely resolves. Australia, man. Honestly, they're just like a worse version, and they're very annoying. It's like, I mean, I love Canadians. Americans are great too. Please don't cancel me. But I think there's definitely a very parallel thing going on there. It's the same sort of attitude. It resolves.
I think you're right there. I mean, we're kind of like we're smaller. We're less boisterous. But damn it, we do things well, is what I meant to say. Yeah. Except speak, apparently, which I'm having issues. See what happens when I wake up at 6:30 in the morning for you, Matt Rogers? My language, is still in reboot mode. We're working on it.
You're such a saint.
You're the best.
Thank you.
Last but not least, we will see a Flesh and Blood content creator's likeness in a future card art.
Yes, resolves. Please, resolves. Honestly, Magic, like the way that Magic the Gathering did the was it the invitational cards or whatever, Dark Confidant and Shadow Mage Infiltrator, etc. It was just such a awesome idea to kind of be part of the lore and part of the game and kind of get your likeness in a card. I really hope LSS do that, and I can't see a reason not to.
Gwent does this very, very well. There's about a dozen cards of the developer team and just random people within like sort of the community. Most of them are from the dev team, but like there are cards where randomly, when I used to do my Gwent streaming or my Gwent podcast, having people on and we'd be talking about cards, and it would just be incredible because at some point it'd be like, hey, fun fact about this card, this is actually one of our graphic designers. It's like, oh, cool. And then like you see the side-by-side pictures, and it's really cool. Being immortalized in a card, I think, is something that I wish I can have happen for me. But I've always said that in digital card games, I'd rather lend a voice to a card than have my ugly mug on it. Yeah, as a hero or something. But a Matt Rogers card, like would you be a mechanologist? What would you be?
Maybe a mechanologist or a guardian, maybe a warrior. I quite like the thought of being, a warrior, maybe even a light warrior. I'll take what I could get. I'll be a necromancer. I don't care. if I could get on a card, I'd be so happy.
Just waiting for the flake hero. It would be class doofus and talent loudmouth. That's what it would be, and it would not be tier 1 in any way, shape, or form except in our hearts. That's all I want.
I feel like if LSS doesn't do this, we should just really buddy up a few artists and try to just sneak it in there without LSS knowing. Yeah.
Okay, just some sort of very egotistical espionage that we need to sort of orchestrate here. I like it. Well, Matt Rogers, I do sincerely appreciate you playing the stack, buddy. And as always, you're so busy, but you need to start tweeting more. And I'm not even going to ask you about where to contact you because you've been on the show so many times. It's at Matt Rogers NZ on Twitter. Matt, start tweeting more. You got to do this. This is I'm going to start coaching you.
I'll try for you. Yeah. Coach me how to tweet. I don't know. I sit there and I write out a tweet and then I'm like, but this, but that, and then I don't end up doing it. So,
my man, balls to the walls, just full throttle, all gas, no brakes. Don't even worry about it. This is what I want to see from you. If I do not see you like one of my tweets at least once every few days, I'm going to have to check on you because you need to start getting on this because people want to see you. But Matt Rogers, thank you so much for playing the stack, my friend. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, thank you, Flake. Go get some sleep.
Yeah, I got to record instant speed in about 15 minutes, so this is going to be a long day for me. But nonetheless,
man.
Friends, thank you so much for watching the stack, and don't forget you're not losing if you're learning, and we'll catch you next time after these words from The Realm Gaming.
The Stack is brought to you by Realm Gaming in Mansfield, Ohio, a wonderful place to get your flesh and blood fix, but not just that, they also specialize in Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. So if that's where you need to be to get your card fix, that's the place you want to go. RealmGamingNetwork.com. Keith and Jacob, who run the place, are developing a wonderful community of fun and inclusivity. So if you want to get a good fix on cards or just play the game, if you're in the Ohio region, you want to go to Realm Gaming. RealmGamingNetwork.com.